Oh, hey y'all. I am recuperating from a cold, so please don't mind the gravelly sounding voice. I'm Kalari Talks, and I can't believe I gotta bring this topic up again. As you know, I have talked about what's the dirt before, and as you can see, I have these two screens up because I'm gonna ask you a question. What does KB Goes Live and Delete It have in common right now? I'm not even going to make you answer that. They have in common this idiot. Who this idiot is? Well, his name is Mathew. He's from Canada, and he goes by What's the Dirt. Now, What's the Dirt was somebody I followed earlier last year because I was, like a lot of people, into the Kendrick versus Drake beef. And while formulaic, I found What's the Dirt's take on the beef early on to be fun to listen to until I found out he was copying another creator's whole format as well. You know, What's the Dirt was a perfect name for you because you did dirty and you're still doing dirty, Mathew. In fact, one of my better videos was after you did a lame ass apology, calling you out and telling you, take a step back, figure out what you did wrong, and try to come back, but you couldn't do it. Instead, you decided to go after two creators that had nothing to do with each other and did some bitch ass moves, which is probably what I'm going to title my video: How a Creator Decided to Go from Mr. Research to Mr. Bitch Ass Moves. So, why am I making this video? I love hip hop. I have been around since the early days of hip hop. I probably got a good couple of years on the young men you decided to go after like a punk. But I have been a fan of Deleted since before he became monetized. He's one of the channels that I loved having on in the background while I'm doing my thing. And I'm a avid supporter of him. And because you decided to attack KB, who I found out about yesterday, thanks to Deleted's community post about this nonsense, I, I'm now a fan of him. So you're bad. What's the dirt? Reaped in some good for us fans, at least. But to break it down, Mathew, Mr. Canada, who said because he liked hip hop since he was 9 years old, decided that he wanted to weigh in on hip hop culture. And let's face it, last year was a big year for channels that weighed in not only on the beefs, but kept to it, grinded it out, made those videos, broke it down, had fans coming in, had even haters coming in to give opinions in the comments section about Kendrick Lamar, one of our best rappers of all time, versus Drake, somebody who was a pop icon, then decided to become a rapper. I never fucked with him because he always gave me a weird vibe. I'm just not a fan. But it's fine. To each their own. But Drake went out of pocket with his family matters bullshit, which was your fault, Mathew, whether you want to believe it or not. It's not of the commentators. It was your shitty take. But I'll get to that in a moment. In Family Matters, Drake decided that he was going to hit low with Kendrick and thought he had the bars to do it. And while some people think Family Matters is probably one of the better tracks on there, along with Push Ups, which I don't agree, but like I said, I'm not a fan of Drake. He brought up shit that you just don't do. You don't bring family into a fight unless you really understand what you're doing. Even if people go, well, Kendrick talked to Adonis in Meet the Grams. He wasn't disrespecting Adonis. He wasn't calling Adonis not Drake's. That was Drake's thing. But Drake decided in Family Matters to not only question Kendrick Lamar's children's lineage, but to accuse Kendrick of something heinous. And Mathew, in all his wisdom, decided to make a stupid fucking video saying the almost same thing, even worse. He starts out weak as water by saying that Drake saying the M word 37 times represented his 37 years on life and the fact that he's black. Red flag number one. Because, like the company man said to you in his brilliant dissection of your awful video there, Mathew, a lot of us black people grew up in homes where that word was not allowed. I know you see black culture only through hip hop, and that's one of your biggest problems. Because even as somebody who grew up in hip hop, because I'm old school New York, I grew up in hip hop. I knew there were lines you don't cross, especially in my house. Military and the theologian raised, basically. You just didn't do that shit. But they didn't stop us from listening to hip hop because it is a part of black culture and American culture to an extent. And I'll get to that when we get to KB's part. The fact of the matter is, you as a literal outsider who was given a little limited edition invitation to speak on our stuff fucked up and you got it revoked. And you couldn't accept that, so you started to blame everyone and everything. But your problem, Mathew, is you don't understand our culture. And when you're told you don't understand our culture, instead of sitting back, listening, and fucking learning, because you call yourself the research guy, you double down on your hubris. And you know what the fucked up part about it is? Now you're coming after one of our own, and basically two of our own, if I can be for real, because you can't stand the fact that you fucked up. You're a fucking narcissist as far as I'm concerned. Because you're the one that decided to call Kendrick Lamar a milkman. You're the one that tried to say Whitney's postpartum depression caused her to sleep with Dave Free with no fucking proof of this. You can say, oh, it's just my opinion. Your opinions fucking suck. You really slandered the name of two people you don't even know that you claim to have respect for. But you don't respect our culture, and it was point blank put out there when you went after delete it. The fact of the matter is you can't even tell our accents are different. I am literally from the Northeast. I lived in the South for a bit, so sometimes I can get a bit of a twang if I want it. But when I talk, especially when I get heated, you can hear the New Yorker coming out of me. All throughout New England, we have that kind of accent. And I'm living in the Midwest now, so I might adapt that shit too at one point. But when you listen to Delete It, who's using a voice mod, and he only pitched it down one because he just did a voice reveal not that long ago, you can tell the brother is from the West Coast. And then when you listen to KB go live, which we're about to react to his amazing taking you down with your bitch ass video, you can hear the brother is from, well, he lives in the South now. I think he's in Louisiana now, but he's originally from Arkansas, which I think is more rural west, like the Rust Belt. But still got some of that southern twang. And people don't understand that America is a regional country. We're not just all one big landmass. We're little 50 states, and we're divided by regions. We have the East, the West, the Midwest, the South. And the dialects and the stuff change. I'm literally married to a German dude that doesn't have any kind of German accent because he lived in the Midwest. He grew up in the Midwest all his life. He actually can sound more Canadian than you, Mathew. So, before you start going, well, these are just a bunch of racist black people coming after me, you're wrong. None of us cared that deeply. The leader didn't want to know your personal business. He didn't want to know your life. He called you out on your actions, just like like Justin, the company man, called you out on your actions. And what did you do? You doubled down. You joked. You said, "Oh, I could tell you're that kind of black person." You called him Carlton. And then you wanted to act like, well, I'm from Canada. I didn't know calling him Carlton would be considered racist. Yes, the fuck you did. Did you thought you could get away with it because you thought ignorance would be an excuse for your fucked up behavior? And then when we all jumped on your ass, even little channels like mine that said, this ain't it, bro. You do not understand the diaspora. Matter of fact, Deleted was one of the first videos I reacted to, calling out your ridiculousness when you attacked Kendrick Lamar. And yet you still persist that it wasn't your fault. Chilling with Moni got up on Curtis King live and said, she told you not to run with this shit. You had black people in your ear, on your side, trying to have your back against your own hubris, and you decided you were smarter than all of us. And some of the things that KB says, because I can't wait to react to this, will reinforce the fact that you were a guest, you are no longer invited, you are not a cultural appreciator, you're a culture vulture, Mathew. A goofy from Canada, just like your Saint Drake, who helped you out with that Happy Dad sponsorship. So you decided to come after black culture and then use the defense that you can weigh in on it because you've been listening to hip-hop since you were 9. I've been listening to hip-hop since its inception. I'm a literal Gen Xer. And even I know what boundaries you do not fucking cross. You decided that your knowledge of our culture, which is a piddly amount, gave you the right to attack people and then say because they're destroying your bag. No, you destroyed your bag. So what's the dirt? I am so glad that KB decided to do this because the quick story, this idiot decided that KB, who is a white man who came up from Arkansas, one of the toughest places in Arkansas, did rap, got out, does real estate and stuff now, but also has a channel, was deleted. Somebody I've been following for a fucking minute and who I know is black. And deleted does stay anonymous. And I can tell you right now why he does it. YouTube is supposed to be a side thing. A lot of people make it, a lot of people don't make it. But when you put yourself out there, you got weirdos that want to dig into your personal life and do stupid shit. And he has a family to protect. And he has put little crumbs out there for those who actually listen about his life without giving too much because he has people he wants to protect. I guess you, who talk about feeding your family, Mathew, don't really seem to understand that. As you keep trying to expose somebody who he's just having fun. If what he was saying about you didn't hit a fucking nail on the head, you wouldn't be so pressed. But now you've got two men who are just going to eviscerate you if you don't learn how to back off. But I've rambled enough. Let's get to this react because I am going to rest for the rest of this weekend. I am kicking this shit out of my system. It started a stomach bug. My voice was fucking shot for the last few days, and I was too cranky to deal with anything. So, those of you who's wondering about me on social media, I will probably be back next week. I am fucking just, I need a detox. I think that is my problem, is just not feeling that great. And when I don't feel good, I'm not about to be online trying to yuck it up like everything's peachy. So let's get to this video. We're going to show you why What's the Dirt is a derp and not like Derpy, who I found because of a lot of this too. Love your channel as well, sir. But I feel like after you see this, you'll see why a lot of us ain't fucking with Mathew no more. He has done killed his career. He has done pulled a full ass Karen mode like his favorite Drake. And I knew the moment he linked up with academics and that happy dad bullshit that, nope, you ain't gonna get my subscription no more, dude. But let's get this fired up because I need y'all to see from KB's perspective how messed up this was.
Yeah, bro, I'm going to be honest, man. I didn't get back to you yet because I don't really know you, bro. I don't really know you at all. And I don't know really what to believe right now at all. And this deleted guy, he's like pretty much tried to destroy my career, right? Like how...
Deleted didn't try to destroy your career. You destroyed your career. Deleted highlighted the dumb fuck shit you said about Kendrick Lamar and, if we could be honest, Drake. Because there is no black past to use the N word. Whether people choose to use that word or not, that's on them. I have plenty of people that I enjoy that like using that word. I don't. I have plenty of historical reasons why I don't. You done fucked up and you want to blame everybody but yourself. Red flag number 2, Mathew.
How I feed my family. So I've submitted vocal recordings of your voice and Deleted's voice to an audio engineer. And right off rip, bro, he told me he thinks it's the same person.
But do you know how bad it would be if I put a video out that accused a black man of being white and he was actually not white?
And just to, just so that, because you heard that voice, right? Just for a little comparison. Because some people play around with shit like this. And I'm not going to play around with shit like this. Because a lot of black creators who don't show their face get accused of this shit. And it's really annoying. And that's another reason why my old ass, since I don't care, I'm old and I'm a writer anyway, this is just fun. Not everybody can just be on here like that. Not everybody has the protections or any of that shit to just put themselves out there. But to say somebody who represents themselves as black and who has a black fan base isn't black without proof? Now I know, because I was in the early days of Twitter, that there are motherfuckers that do shit like that. but Deleted's not one of them. And as you can see, I'm a member. I've never hid that. I've been following him since before he got monetized. But let's bring up the racist pack out so that you can hear just a bit of Deleted's voice. Because he sounds nothing like KB Goes Live, but to Mr. Canada, of course he does. We all sound alike, right? Motherfucker. Oh, come on, YouTube.
Big ideas.
I mean, if you don't like the info, just call me a culture vulture.
Just call me a culture vulture. Just call me a culture vulture.
Just call me a culture vulture. That'll make you feel better.
Warning. Your local county authorities have issued a civil danger.
You really thought you could sneak around my channel, spread lies, and just dip out like nothing was going to happen? Nah, negative. For those of you who are new here, welcome to the Pack Out. Basically, it's a segment where I make it feel like it's a horror film because it.
Okay, so you hear the leader's voice, right? Now let's get back to KB Goes Live because it's wild to me, and there are people in KB's comment section still saying the same thing, which I think is just Mathew's alts. Because at this point, there's no fucking way. Unless your ears just don't work, there's no way you think Deleted, even with the voice modulation, and I'm telling you again, he only pitches down one, sounds like this dude.
Hey, bro, real quick. If I can get Deleted to hop on a voice call with me and you live, not recorded, so that we all on the phone at the same time, would that be enough to get you to believe that I'm not him, dog?
Nah, I don't need to do that, bro. I've already hired a professional engineer who's working on it. This is the easiest way for me to figure it out.
Lame. But once again, because I'm a stickler for audio. I love audio. So, once again, let's hear the leader's voice because this shit's wilding me out.
It is gonna get scary. This ain't about being righteous. It's not journalism, and it damn sure ain't reported. This is about bullying these bums. Usually red pill, PDFs, abusers, or translucents.
Exactly. So when you say these two sound alike, is something wrong with your ears, Mathew? Because they don't sound alike to me. They don't sound alike to a lot of people. But maybe you think my accent, which is clearly New York, sounds like Deleted's too. Oh my God, guys. Maybe I'm Deleted. I don't think so, because I'm a girl. And I'm from New York. But because we're black, and we talk about things black, apparently we're all just Deleted. But the problem is, KB Goes Live is not black. And he's been in your face about not being black. But you thought you had a gotcha by saying that Deleted was white. I mean, I think KB should be a little flattered that so many people think he's black because he did grow up in our culture, but I don't know. There's so many people who are anti-black like Mathew who think we're the negative. So, I digress.
For me, man, I just be sitting here minding my business, not doing nothing to nobody at all, and here comes this dude.
You remember that I gave you last week? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. This right here. This right here. Right here. This shit's called death.
He started with Cat Williams, and I was like, I got to subscribe to this guy.
Now, we got a lot to go over in this video right here. For the uninformed and the people who haven't been paying attention to what's going on, you may have seen my name floating around the internet for the last few days. Not because of anything that I did personally or any type of controversy that I've drummed up myself. Nah, instead, my name's been floating around the internet because of a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy theory that pretty much was started by this guy. Now, this guy's name is Mathew. He runs the YouTube channel What's the Dirt. Some of y'all may be familiar with him as
he's a culture vulture. The only reason why we all familiar with him is because he did breakdowns of the hip-hop beats last year. Like a lot of channels. I found a lot of channels last year based on them covering the beef. It was fun until he decided to overstep his bounds. And instead of learning from his fucking misstep, now he's crashing out. That's the best summary.
has been canceled numerous times at this point, or as another YouTuber named Deleted would say, he's been getting packed the fuck out. Now, my video is a response to everything that's been going on. Lord.
Now, I'm going to read this again. Shaking my head. I'm about to have a speak on this because even though I tried to avoid it, y'all know I don't like that drama. But I really ain't got no choice at this point except to address it and to tell y'all the truth. Be ready because the video is going to be put out in the open. If I got something to say, I won't do it on a secret channel. I'm going to do it in 4K right in your face right here on this channel. I don't do no hiding or subliminals. I'm direct with it. I say names and come with receipts, which isn't fucking important when you accusing people of shit. Something a few people are about to learn when I drop. I tried to warn people and clear it up behind the scenes, which that kind of contradicts what you said. Just a little bit. But I get it. You didn't want to have to go this route because you ain't about that kind of drama. And this is your interpersonal drama. But honestly, I'd just be for real. Like, you were talking shit about me. You're accusing me of being something I'm not. You're going after another creator and calling him me. I'm just going to fucking bring the receipts and leave it be. You don't have to be about, oh, I'm not about that. Be about it if you have to. This is your name you're protecting. But I am not about to get played with. Time to deliver the kill shot. And deliver he did.
Lord knows I don't like the drama. I really didn't even want to speak on this at all. But the more time passes, the bigger of a deal this whole...
Like, if it's a lie, fine. Because I've been accused of lies. And what can you do? I'm not going to crash out over something that ain't true. But when you have somebody literally questioning your identity because they can't accept that they fucked up, fuck yeah, you got to say something about that. Because erasure, as KB alludes to and outright says, is real. And you got these culture vultures that come in and literally erase us from our own topics. So yeah, I am so glad that you're speaking up on this.
Whole thing has became. So with that said, I guess let's get into it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really know where I should start this story as there's a lot of history to it, but I'm just gonna focus on the aspect of it that pertains to me. If you guys aren't caught up on the situation and you don't know what's going on, there's this YouTuber named Deleted. Deleted makes fire content and he's made a couple videos about Mathew from What's the Dirt. A couple of months ago, Mathew was outed or exposed as a person who might have some prejudicial beliefs.
He's a full ass culture vulture, and I think he's as Bridge would say, suspected white supremacist.
Despite the fact that he is a white Canadian YouTuber who only makes content about hip hop, right? It's not a good situation for Mathew. I highly suggest you go check out Deleted's videos about it so you can get caught up on everything that went down with What's the Dirt throughout this last year. I'm not going to take the time to explain it to you here because, well, Deleted has already done that. The point is, Mathew's career has been on a steep decline. On top of that, he has also been experiencing a surge of hate comments, and this all stems from videos that Matt made covering the Drake and the Kendrick beef, where he drew some conclusions that led people to believe that he might be a little bit racist.
Not just a little bit. You said saying the N-word 37 times made you a black person. But I'm going to say this, as normal, you don't need to leave hate comments on idiots like that's videos. I'm not people's mama, so I can't stop them. I'm just letting you know that your hate comments are engagement. You help push him into the algorithm. So while he might whine that he's getting this hate and his mentals can't take it because he can't just ignore fucking bad comments, the fact of the matter is that when you leave guys like What's the Dirt, like hate comments like that, you're helping this channel out. So if you really can't stand his takes and think he's a suspected white supremacist, you could easily do like I did and just unsubscribe for the motherfucker and leave him alone. That's what I decided to do because honestly, there are literal better people who can cover hip-hop culture than What's the Dirt. And they come from all aspects of the sport. And I can tell you right now, his shit was so fundamentally fucked up. People who don't even normally weigh in on hip-hop stuff did videos about you, What's the Dirt. So once again, it wasn't just deleted. You messed up.
So he's experiencing this crazy decline in numbers on his channel. And it's mostly because a lot of content creators covered the things that Matt said. One of those people is Deleted. Now, Deleted is an anonymous channel. And on his channel, he does a lot of speaking about black culture, hip hop culture, but he's anonymous. So when he starts making these videos about Matthew's career is already on the decline. This doesn't help it. It starts declining even more. And Mathew starts looking for a person to blame for it, because in Matthew's mind, it can't be his fault that his channel is failing. It's got to be somebody else's fault. So
just like a proper narc. And as you can see, the happy dad shit. And like I said, I'm not that deep into Drake's business models or any of that bullshit. I don't like the motherfucker. So I tend to sit on the sidelines when people talk about it. But I believe it is one of those people who do icebergs normally that put together the fact that a lot of these dudes who have kick streams and other shit started partnering with that weird ass happy dad brewery bullshit, and they all decided, I don't like using the word red pill, but they all decided that this would be their vehicle in, and they've been really weighing in on hip-hop in some questionable ways. And this is why I say we have got to be careful who we extend invitations to, because there is a fine line between cultural appreciation and culture vultures like Mathew.
Mathew starts to go on this mission, a mission to discover Deleted's true identity. And needless to say, this mission has been very unfruitful for Matt. In fact, it's having the opposite effect of what Mathew thought that it would have. See, Mathew thought if he discovered Deleted's true identity, he could make an exposed video about Deleted and essentially try to tarnish Deleted's reputation.
The fact that this is such, like, I, as a chick, understand like exposed videos and shit like that, because that kind of drama, that's shit that like our demographic tend to like flock to. We like that shit. That is like literally my voice is about to give y'all, but seriously, it's the equivalent of bitch shit, and it's fun for us. Like, I was a part of a community that did that shit for a bit, exposing, gossip, rumors, all that shit. That is literal bitch shit. So normally when a dude does it, we kind of look at y'all side-eye or sideways, but, everybody got a thing. But you supposed to be hard, Mathew. You wanted to dig into somebody's personal life because he made videos about you and exposed them? Welcome to the club. You a bitch now. You're a full-on one.
Reputation in the process. However, Mathew was turned on to some incorrect information at the very beginning of his investigation that has led him to drawing some conclusions that, as per usual, are incorrect. Now, the plot is about to get super thick, so y'all try to stay with me. I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you guys in a way that is understandable. Let me explain to you how I inadvertently got involved in this whole thing. So apparently, What's the Dirt received this email right here. It says, "What's up, Matt? The guy running the Deleted channel is KB Goes Live. He's a white kid from Arkansas pretending to be black. Hence the reason for the Voice and Anonymous channel. Just giving you a heads up, buddy. The rest is up to you." All right, so this is an email that What's the Dirt supposedly received with somebody accusing me to be running the Deleted channel anonymously and pretending to be black. Now, I found a few things odd about this email right here. For one, whoever sent this email knows that I'm from Arkansas, and there's very few people that know I'm from Arkansas. That was pretty strange to me. But either way, What's the Dirt receives this email, and this leads him on a wild goose chase. Right? The way he feels is that Deleted has been trying to ruin his reputation, and this email right here was confirmation for him that, oh, I know who Deleted is now. Let me start doing some research on KB Goes Live, because in Mathew's head, if he can prove that whoever is running the Deleted channel is actually a white guy, then that would be bad for Deleted. But he didn't stop to think of how bad it would be if Deleted is actually a black guy and he accuses him of being a white guy. That thought never crossed his mind. So
no, because he thought that because he got exposed for being a suspected white supremacist, that by exposing Deleted as not black, which is too much to unpack, it's so fucking stupid, that all of a sudden everybody would jump on deleted and be like, oh, you're fake, you're this. And there might be some people that would have done that if it had been true. But nowhere in Mathew's walnut-sized brain did he think that this is going to fuck you up. And what I seen in the comments, and I agree with the commenter who said this on your video, KB. I kind of wish you and Deleted had just waited and let What's the Dirt put out all his evidence. Tried to accuse a black man of being white and a white man of pretending to be black so that this shit would have seared into him more. But I can understand wanting to stand up for your own name and honor. I just think it would have been funnier if Matt had pushed the fucking red button on that shit. Because you're stupid, Mathew. I know you watch everything about you, Mathew. You're fucking dumb. This was fucking dumb.
So Mathew starts doing his research, except instead of starting where a normal journalist would start, which is asking the sources,
He ain't a journalist, though. I need to say this, because as somebody who did actual journalism back in the day, and it was for pop culture stuff, you know, I worked for a magazine, we did gaming culture and all that shit, and for somebody who waited into politics for years, there's a difference between some dude who stole somebody else's format for hip-hop breakdowns, didn't really do research, he just literally copied the homeboy. I believe it was not your friend Cliff, but another guy named Cliff, that white boy, who he goes live almost every other day, breaking down music and everything else. And he confronted What's the Dirt 6 months ago about stealing his stuff. And What's the Dirt said, oh, you don't have no traction, so nobody's going to believe you. Like I said, when you're a dirty person, that shit comes to light when the spotlight's on you, sir.
Me or Deleted, he decided to go behind the scenes and start questioning people in my camp. And one day he seen me put up this story post right here. I was putting some music out. I had sent out a bunch of features to people. In this post, I shout out Cliff from Cliff World TV. Cliff is my dog. Now, why am I mentioning Cliff? Well, because Cliff does play a part in this story.
He says Cliff is his dog. They were friends. After listening to this, you'll probably have the same opinion. I wouldn't be friends with somebody like this because it sounds like Cliff used you to make something of himself. You were a stepping stone for him. And I just don't get people that do that. Don't stab your friends in the back. Just saying. And don't use your friends to try to climb up. Some people, they have to learn the hard way with those of us who don't play like that. I'll end friendship as quickly as I burn bridges with family if you fuck me over. I'm not even joking about that shit.
All right, so I met Cliff after I had been running my YouTube channel for about a year. Cliff reached out on Instagram. He hit me up. He was looking for advice on how to make a YouTube channel successful. Cliff is also from Arkansas. He's from Little Rock, John Barrow. I'm from Pine Bluff, which is right down the street, right? And as I was talking to Cliff, he reminded me a lot of myself when I was still in the trenches. Right, we come from the same place, we got the same lingos, and he was super motivated. He really wanted this YouTube thing to work out. So me and Cliff hit it off, right? We kind of become friends. I start mentoring Cliff, and lo and behold, Cliff's channel starts to take off. Now, I'm not telling y'all this to take credit for Cliff's hard work. He put a lot of work into his channel, and he grew it himself. But I took it upon myself and went out of my way to give Cliff all the game necessary to become successful on YouTube, and it worked. As of right now,
For those of you who don't know, that guy dancing right there, that's KB Goes Live. I know he has a little cartoony avatar, but he ain't afraid to show himself because why not?
Cliff has ran up over 60,000 subs. He's dropping videos that do hundreds of thousands of views. He's doing good in life. And over the last 2 years, me and Cliff's relationship has been great. Cliff, you know I hate doing this, bruh. I don't know why you did what you did, bro. But I got to tell these folks the truth. Now, I explained that to y'all because when What's the Dirt got that email that said that I was deleted, he went behind my back and he messaged Cliff. And in his message to Cliff, he said, hey, people are saying that this channel that is using a voice change is actually KB Goes Live pretending to be a black man. Now, I would think that my dog would keep it 1,000 and he would, dispel any rumors like that about me. But that's not what Cliff did. Instead, Cliff basically confirmed What's the Dirt suspicion. He told him, yeah, I think that the voices sound the same and I think that Deleted is KB Goes Live.
And this is a problem when your friends are in the drama and you just want to do your own thing and they can't let that shit go. And instead of being like, yo, I don't know, we ain't down like that, or my man is out there, so I don't think he would do that. This dude, Cliff, not the Cliff that What's the Dirt actually carbon copied, but this Cliff guy decided, no, I have my reasons to keep this drama going, so I'm going to go, yeah. And then What's the Dirt, being the cornball he is, going around young black creator stuff, throwing like 27 Canadian dollars into their pockets, and these brothers being so stupid that they don't understand that their money is lower value than ours right now currently. That's why I've been converting my money over to them, because it gives me a bit more money. The fact of the matter is, you're trying to build an army of black people to attack another black creator and a white creator that had nothing to do with the black creator. And once again, What's the Dirt? Bitch ass move.
The Dirt himself actually went on Twitter and posted this right here up. They said, haha, I wasn't planting a seed, man. I'm close with Cliff and he's good friends with KB. Multiple people have told me that it's you.
You got an email, sir, and a couple of DMs, but you're close with Cliff. Why do these people think talking on the internet like that means close? You act like you've been invited to that man's house. I don't get the... Like I said, my mental thing, I don't do interpersonal relationships like that. I have to really let somebody get to know me before I even call them a true friend, which is funny when people fuck that up. But y'all don't know each other like that. Whatever. This is the young people thing, I think. Come on. I'm just like, when I get upset, I get upset.
You for months now. I wouldn't circulate it because there's no proof. Now, I was unaware of this entire thing because I was on vacation. In fact, I didn't know any of this was brewing until I got back from vacation and I was scrolling through my comments on YouTube and I found this message right here from What's the Dirt on one of my videos that said, get ready for the real pack out. Remember, I'm the research guy. Adios amigos. When I first seen this message, I'm confused. It's on a random video about Lil Reese getting arrested. I didn't know what bro was fucking talking about, to be honest. I check my emails. I see I've got an email from Cash App that says Cliff sent me $1 on Cash App. And with that $1 was a message attached to it that said, bro, they are saying you're the deleted YouTube channel. Now,
you part of the they, Cliff. What the fuck? And then you Cash Apping somebody $1 to try to give them a heads up when you done stirred that shit. Welcome to the Bish Club too, Cliff. What the fuck? Like, this is fucked up. You knew, KB. You don't know, delete it. You in there stirring the fucking pot. And you think a little Peasley dollar when you knew you were the bitch in the background starting this shit. Man, you fucked up.
Now, I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he was trying to say that they deleted my YouTube channel. But when I checked, my channel was still there. At this point, I had never heard of deleted. So the message kind of confused me. But I messed with another YouTuber named Big Kish. Me and Big Kish, we talk all the time. That's the homie, right?
And he reacts to a lot of deleted stuff too. I listen to a lot of Big Kish as well. Because like having YouTube on in the background when I'm either writing or doing my stuff. So yeah, these are names that are very familiar to me. And I'm sure Big Kish broke it down to you because we've been following this drama for a minute. And like I said, I'm a member of Deleted's channel. I've been following him before he got monetized. And we were sitting back laughing at this shit because Mathew was dead ass talking about, oh, you hide yourself. You must be insecure. Bitch, you the one on here talking about, oh, my mentals, I should be taking a break. And yet you lurking in the background trying to expose people. Bitch ass.
Right there, we be motivating each other and things like that. Anyways, I'm scrolling my YouTube feed after I get that comment from What's the Dirt and that Cash App from Cliff, and I'm scrolling and I see a video from Big Kish where he is reacting to a video, and the title of this video is Deleted Just Went In, OVO act gets packed out in the Christmas special 2024. And when I seen this title, it hit me what Cliff was talking about. He's talking about an actual YouTube channel called Deleted. So So I type in deleted on YouTube. I find his YouTube channel and I see that the very first video on his page at the time was this video, What's the Dirt is Desperate. I click the video and I watch the video because What's the Dirt was just leaving comments on my page talking about get ready for the pack out. Big Kish's
And that adios amigo, like, dude, you're from Canada. Just stop. I'm not saying the motherfucker can't speak Spanish. I'm sure he thinks he can. But come on now. That was such a corny message to leave. And even if you tried to delete it, you know, it's forever. The internet's forever, my man. So don't put stuff out there that it gonna make you look stupid or do. Because then you give us content.
Reacting to a video talking about academics getting packed out. I see that Deleted has just made this video. I click it and one of the first things that Deleted says is that he was going to pack What's the Dirt out. At this point, it starts clicking for me. Oh, Cliff is saying that they think I am this guy because I noticed that his channel is anonymous and stuff. So I start putting two and two together. What's the Dirt clearly thinks that I am whoever is running this Deleted account. Right now I think about the comment What's the Dirt left and it becomes clear to me that by get ready for the real pack out, remember I'm the research guy, adios amigos, means that What's the Dirt plans on making a video trying to expose me as Deleted, basically saying that I am running this anonymous channel trying to pretend to be a black guy, which is odd because if you've been following this channel for a little while, you should know that I'm a white guy. I've put my face on camera in numerous videos. I think over 30 videos on this channel. I have dropped music with my face on it. I am not anonymous. I mean, look, even my little avatar on YouTube is a picture of me. This cartoon literally came from a screenshot of my Bankroll Freddy video that I ran through a cartoon app and then uploaded as my profile picture. I've heard some people say it looks like a mixed kid, but I can't help with the cartoon app. I just took the picture, put it in there, and it spit this out. So that's my avatar. It's literally a white guy. So it's never been my whole thing being anonymous. But I come to the realization that What's the Dirt intends on making a video exposing me as Deleted, and then I start thinking there's also the implication of him accusing Deleted of being me, essentially.
And not to interrupt him again, but I'm going to reiterate like the top of the video. Deleted has his reasons. He has a life, he has family he wants to protect, and he doesn't have to fucking be in front. I'm telling you, YouTube tends to favor people who are anonymous because you can disconnect but still enjoy what they have to say. It's just basic mentality that it's easier, which is why a lot of people are just doing that AI shit now, to follow a voice and let your imagination put out there what they are to you. It's basic. And while it works for a lot of channels like Deleted, some people do want to put their faces out there. YouTube lets you do what the fuck you want. The problem I have with what Mathew's doing is what KB's about to allude to, so I'm going to let him talk.
Saying that Deleted, who very clearly is a black dude, he has said it in his videos, What's the Dirt is trying to implicate him as being a white guy behind the scenes, which is crazy because he's doing this with virtually no proof, or at least that's what he would be doing if he dropped that video. So I say to myself, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get out in front of this, I'm gonna start trying to figure out what's going on. I sent Deleted a message on Instagram. I said, what's up, bro? So you re-expose What's the Dirt, and apparently he thinks your channel is my secret channel. I got word that he's working on a video trying to frame me as you. Just thought I'd give you a heads up since clearly I'm not you. If he drops it, we can clear it up. By the way, keep doing great work, dog. He responded back and just said, man, this is comedy. I'm getting blown up by some dude named Cliff TV. Do you know him? He also...
But he just showed where he said him and Cliff are close. So what is it? You don't know the dude, but yet you know the dude? This is why I said Bish drama. And you can't be in Bish drama like this, Mathew. You're not built for it. You don't even lie well.
Offered to do a live stream, and I said, yeah, I know Cliff, and said we could do a live stream. Basically just letting Deleted know that this whole theory was even in the air in the first place. But then I go over and I try to...
That was Deleted that said he's getting blown up by Cliff. Cliff, you need to stay the fuck out of drama, man. You're not good at this. You're out here accusing people of being other people with no proof, hyping up some dumbass who fucked up his channel, and now you look like a clown along with What's the Dirt. That shit is crazy. Like I said, I don't know Cliff. I'm not going to follow Cliff after this, but if I were you, I would stay out of beefs like this because it just makes you look dumb.
Make contact with What's the Dirt because I'm a man. I like to handle my business face to face. I don't know what all this going behind each other's backs and talking and all that is about, bro. I like to say what I got to say directly to people's face. So I go over to Instagram and I start trying to call What's the Dirt. Then I send a message. I seen you left this comment, but I have no idea what it's about. Hit me back. I tried to video call him again. I said, hey, bro, I tried to video call him some more. Whole time he's ducking the conversation. So I sent.
And you know, after like the third or fourth, you should just let that drop because apparently Mathew's only hard when he want to be. He could have settled this man to man, but he didn't want to because, like I said, he entered the arena of bitch drama. So you gotta treat him like a bitch. You gotta ignore him. Let him put all his dumbass lies out there, and then when people show that they're dumbass lies, let him look like the fool he is. I get you wanted to like try to stop him, save him from himself, but you can't save everybody, bro.
This message, I said, man, ducking the convo is honestly whole shit for real. You thought I was deleted, so when you was talking all that shit, you thought you was talking about me. And what I'm talking about right there is the live stream where What's the Dirt left a message basically saying that deleted hides his face, modifies his voice, and makes fun of people.
There's a 27 Canadian dollar shit too. Dude was like going wild shit. Because he was reacting to Deleted calling out DJ Academic or Wackademics as I call that motherfucker. Another one who ain't from here that culture vulture his way. It's not all culture vultures. Like we have a saying here. Not all skin folk or kin folk or not, you know. So we knew Academics was Academics for a bit. But of course, men like Mathew, who look at Academics' numbers and not the fact that most black people don't fuck with Academics like that, because he's a Drake glizzer, he just thinks he's the bomb and he needs to associate. So he jumped to this young man who was trying to defend Academics, because, you know, people follow the numbers. That's all they fucking care about nowadays. And he gives it 27 Canadian dollars. And the dude's like, yeah, I think he's deleted too. And like, some of these brothers are hungry, man. They will, for $27, even if it is in Canadian loony, they'll say whatever you want them to say. So Mathew, I mean, go off.
All while hiding his identity. And he called him insecure. That's what I'm talking about in my message. I said, when you thought you was talking about deleted, you think I'm deleted, so you thought you was talking about me. And I got a problem with that, little homie. Why not just reach out like a fucking man and have a conversation? You was a member of my channel for the last 6 months, leaving comments and watching videos. If you had a problem with me, why not reach out to me, not my dog Cliff, and say what you had to say? I say plotting to pack me out and plotting to do an exposed video on me is wild behavior for a guy who won't pick the phone up. Now keep in mind, y'all, at this point, none of this is public. This is all behind the scenes. Nobody is none the wiser that this situation is going on besides me, Cliff, What's the Dirt, and Deleted. But if y'all remember a minute ago, Deleted asked me in the Instagram message, do I know Cliff TV? The reason he asked me that is because Cliff was actually messaging Deleted as well. I don't know.
Okay, so that's what I got messed up. I thought he was talking to What's the Dirt again at that point. But he's talking to Deleted, and Deleted is probably like, I'm just making videos, man. But this Cliff TV guy trying to stir up drama, like his new BFF, What's the Dirt? Man, you can't make this shit up.
Know if he was going off on Deleted or what they were talking about, but at some point during this conversation, Cliff sent Deleted screenshots of What's the Dirt asking if he thought mine and Deleted's voices were the same. Deleted took those screenshots. He posted them on his YouTube community post. I see the post. I leave a comment explaining that I've tried to reach out to Matt. He's ducking the conversation. I explained that I was trying to clear things up and stop it from getting to this point. I make another post on my YouTube community post. I say shout out to Deleted for clearing the air, letting people know that we not the same person. And around this time is when Mathew decided that he was going to start messaging me back. And he's
Yep. And I remember all those conversations because once again, I'm a member of Deleted's channel. So I sometimes hit a like on the community post, but you know me, I'm Miss Jenkins. I was sitting back reading this shit like, is this how What's the Dirt really coming back? Trying to start a creator versus creator beef? Because I know that shit works on here too. There's plenty of channels that indulge in that shit. but he's treading dangerously again. It's your landmine to step on, Mathew. I'm just saying.
Starts with this message right here that says, I've never had a problem with you ever before. But then a bunch of people kept telling me that you were deleted. I don't know who a bunch of people is. Sounded to me like only one person told him that. But I said, I tried to do right and reach out to you to let you know, but you acting weird. He responded, he said, so I asked Cliff. And when he said he 100% thought it was you, that's when I left that comment. And I was starting to get convinced it was. So when you reached out, I just thought you were going to deny it anyways. I tried to video calling. He said, it's only 7 a.m. here, bro. I'm just getting up, but I'll hit you a bit later, man, so we can talk about this shit. But to be clear, I don't have any problems with you, and I wanted to support you, so that's why I joined the channel. But once Cliff said he also thought it was you, that's when I really started to believe it a little more. I said, we will talk about it. I'm all for a conversation. I ain't really with the internet shit and posting about people and exposing. That ain't me. I'll let you have a chance to tell your side, even though you didn't give me a chance, and we can clear it up, right? At this point, I'm just trying to get him on the phone, have a conversation with him like a man. He said, but I would never put it on blast because there's just no actual evidence. And I said, there ain't no evidence because it ain't me. At this point, I'm starting to get a little bit of mad. My chakras ain't lined up correctly. You know, in my adult life, I've been a real responsible person. I've been real good at keeping control of my attitude and emotions. But at this point, this shit is really starting to piss me off. He says, see, this is the I be getting from people. And he attached a screenshot of the email that he got. I said, I get the same kind of stuff, but I always go directly to the person to get the truth. He said, but do you know how bad it would be if I put a video out that accused a black man of being white and he was actually not white?
Yeah, Mathew, which is what you were trying to do, you dummy.
Oh my God. The irony of this fucking statement right here, bro, is not lost on me. But I try to keep a level head. Remember, I'm trying to get him on the phone. I said, it's all good. We would talk when you could call, bro. Don't sweat it. Then I responded to the message he said about, do you know how bad it would be if I put that video out? I said, that's what I'm trying to stop you from doing for real. He came back. He said, yes, but going to you in this case would not work because I only assume you denied. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I needed to be 1,000% sure Cliff's opinion still wasn't enough. I said going to me would have got me and deleted on a call together and you would have known I can't be two places at once.
Not only that, but because I know there are those kind of crazies that they make accounts and they talk to themselves and all that other shit. They got like sock accounts for days and this is fun for them. I can kind of understand that What's the Dirt might have been a little bit paranoid about that and telling on himself because there are a lot of funny comments in KB's comment section that kind of had a Mathew lean to them. I'm just saying, I could put allegedly, but you know, he gives me that vibe. He's the kind of person that does that kind of shit. The fact is, Deleted probably would have jumped on a Discord call to prove with KB that they ain't the same person. But Mathew didn't want that because it would shoot his narrative apart that this guy who had nothing to do with the back and forth between you and Deleted isn't Deleted. So you have to have that narrative that this is just some white boy pretending to be black to call me out. And it's just wild.
I can do more than deny things. He said he won't get on a call. That's the thing, bro. I don't think he will. I said he will with me, though. You didn't know that, though, because you ain't reach out. He said, yeah, that's true. Well, I'm definitely not saying or haven't spread this anywhere, but I have a feeling it won't be the last time you've heard of this because I did get told multiple times now, but you can't change what the internet says. I'm learning that. I said, people just be saying shit. He said, gotta have thick skin, which I've yet to grow. Then he came with the deflections. He said, my channel popped out fast and I didn't process anything. The hate is hard to deal with. I said, I'm screenshotting this whole shit.
Hate is hard to deal. Get the fuck out of here. This is how I know you can never grow up in our culture because hate's a part of our culture. We've been hated since our birth. It just is what it is. You gotta let what doesn't affect you not affect you. But you're weak. And that's why comments on the internet got you in your feels. But the fact of the matter is, you out here accusing a brother man of being a white man and a white man of being a brother man, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And your only receipt is some salty ass bitch who decided to wade into this drama because it's fun for him. Y'all, Cliff fucked up. I don't know who you, Cliff, but you fucked up.
Too, not really to make a video, but because I may need them later. People been acting weird as, and who knows what people got planned. He said, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Anyways, he comes back. He says, that's why I'm hesitant to even do a voice call. I get the paranoia. I wonder who I can even trust. I said, I'm screenshotting this whole shit too, not really to make a video.
calls are probably better than actual DMs like that, because he's got proof that you a whole ass bitch. Whereas if you had just did the voice thing, I don't know. I've had people do voice things to me in DMs. I don't show DMs. That's my thing, because I used to get DMs from my Bonnet Chronicles, and you don't get people giving you information if you reveal your sources. That's just the way it is. But I don't do voice things because I'm old. I'm not boomer old. I know how to work fucking technology, but as a Gen, I don't want to do all that shit. I just type the shit out. But I'm just saying, it probably would have been better for you, Mathew, to literally voice call, but you don't trust yourself. And you were afraid of sounding whack, which you already sounded whack even doing all of this. I'm just saying.
But because I may need them later, people been acting weird as, and who knows what people got planned. He said, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Then I went back, I was reading his messages, and I responded to this one where he said, but I have a feeling this won't be the last time you've heard this, when he was talking about he don't think that this will be the last time I get accused of pretending to be black, pretty much. And I said, bro, I've been dealing with the black sin shit my whole career.
Not to interrupt him, but I'm getting really sick and tired of people thinking that IV is just a black thing, because like I said, I am from New England state. I grew up, born and raised in New York. Yeah, we have our own lingo and our culture and stuff, you know, but we understood AV to be more of a southern region thing, and it wasn't just black southern people who speak AV. I have a friend who also, I don't know if she's still in Arkansas or not, she's not melanated. She uses heavy AV because of where she grew up. Man, she had to sit through a court trial where her uncle got literally murdered because somebody's trying to rob him. She lives in a very tough area of Arkansas. And the fact of the matter is, when people hear her talk, they think she's faking it. And it's like, no, AV is real. AAVE. It's a lingo and a dialect that a lot of southern and rural people have. Yet, because some people hear it and they assume that that's how all black people talk, like Mathew, whose only venture into our culture is hip-hop, you can't tell the difference. And like I said, I played deleted voice. He don't have Avi in his voice. So, I don't know what Mathew's hearing, but, you know, suspected white supremacists.
Whole thing is, though, I really came from this. I'm a ghetto baby. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck about nobody's acceptance. Before YouTube, I rapped and I had hella success with it. I've been rapping since I was 12. Hip hop is my culture, so I don't care if I hear about what people think of me being white in hip hop. Only person can tell me about myself is God, myself, and my mama.
Exactly. And I need to preface this because I know a friend of mine covered this lady that did nerdcore. KB is not nerdcore. He didn't do that cornball rap. He is serious, and he has some serious bars, which I'll probably get to as I cover this. Seriously, there is a difference. And nerdcore isn't really all that accepted of all nerds. That's why you don't see a lot of blurs in nerdcore. So that's a whole nother shit to unpack, though.
Preach, KB. He said, yeah, I did a lot of research on you after. I really thought you were him for a second. He sent me a screenshot of me playing a video game on Twitch. He said, gaming channels and all that, which made me feel like you were him even more because you both play the same game. Man, Twitter is so awful. And then he sent me my old rap name. I guess this was the proof.
You should have sent him a meme with some Midol, because Mathew on something. Maybe on the rag during all of this. I don't know. But as somebody who can get hormonal and emotional from time to time, you give me that vibe, what the dirt? You give me that vibe.
Proved it. He discovered it. I don't know. I said, you definitely did some digging if you found that name. That was the name I rapped under from the age of 12 to 14. I don't think I rapped under that name till 17. He said, this guy deleted has made a couple of hit pieces on me. So that's why I was eager to find out what it.
He used your own words. A hit piece would entail him digging into your private life, really trying to expose you, man. He didn't do no hit piece. He used your own videos to highlight what a dumbass you are. These people don't even understand what a fucking hit piece is, but, you know, Mathew's sensitive.
Whatever I could. I said, I never heard of him until yesterday. He said, yeah, he's just a kid that basically makes these crazy hit pieces.
A kid? He's anonymous. I could probably call him a kid because, like I said, I'm probably a good maybe 15, 20 years older than him. I am wholeheartedly Gen X, where I could tell he's not. So if I call Delete a kid, it's not being disrespectful. I'm literally his elder. If I call KB a kid, though, listening to this, he sounds like he might be closer to my age and shit. The thing is, for you, Mathew, to call Deleted a kid without knowing who the fuck he is just another symbol of disrespect. Well, I think we're up to 4 or 5 red flags right now for you. What's the derp?
His own people. I said, I could have just told you all this though. My whole thing has never been to be anonymous. I do faceless videos, yeah, but only because the format is easier. I put my face on camera at least 100 times over the past 3 years. He didn't really respond to that. He said, so when he did the second video on me, I was pretty down to expose him with you, to be honest. I said, I get it though. It happens.
Because you a bitch ass. When he did the second video on you, you wanted to expose him, not address what he said about you, not correct your actual racist behavior. Nope. You wanted to expose him because you thought taking him down would stop a lot of us who had the opinion that you fucked up. No, it wouldn't. You don't cancel out your misdeeds by exposing somebody for something that they aren't. Fucking Mathew, you fucking dumb.
With time, you can probably recover. He said, nah, you're right, bro. I'm going to hit you a little later today. So he again deflected from getting on the call. But I said, all right, I'm going to be sitting right here waiting. A couple hours later after he ain't called me, and I did sit here all day waiting. And a couple hours later, he said, my man.
Don't make this man your life. You didn't need to sit all day. He a punk. You should have known he was a punk when he ignored you the first time. Don't be giving your energy to punks. This guy's a fucking punk.
Yeah, my sleep been so messed up, so I'll be hitting you a bit later. He sent me a screenshot of Deleted on Twitter saying I never revealed the name who DM'd me the intel, and What's the Dirt confirmed it with this message is him, and it's a screenshot of What's the Dirt basically saying Cliff is the one who confirmed for him that I was deleted. And he said so Cliff leaked the info to him and then blamed it on getting hacked. Damn, he really snaked me. All I asked him.
And Cliff, don't lie. Why would you say you got... Who would hack your account, just a message, what's the dirt, to say that KB is deleted? Why you gotta lie? This is why men, if you ain't about that drama, don't get in the bitch drama, because you can't do that shit right. You sitting here saying that you got hacked, and I need you to try to break this down logically. Cliff got hacked, and the one thing that they did, was it to take your channel? Was it to like try to get your revenue? Was it to try to fucking do something to you personally? They hacked your account to write to What's the Dirt that KB is deleted. Man, y'all are some dumbass motherfuckers out here. Dumb. Fucking dumb.
Is if he thought it was you. So at this point, it's been confirmed that Cliff not only confirmed the narrative that I was deleted, but he also took all the screenshots and sent them to Deleted so that Deleted could post them. I said, I kind of figured it was. I'm telling you, he was convinced I was deleted, so he probably thought he was sending it to me. Unless, did he tell you he got hacked? Because I didn't know that. I did call Cliff, and Cliff did tell me that he told What's the Dirt that he was hacked. And that's how the messages got sent, which is, again, not behavior that I'm particularly proud of on Cliff's behalf.
You ain't got to take Cliff's shame. The fact that he used that lame ass excuse, man, stop calling that man your friend. Cause he done really show how stupid he is. Nobody's hacking an account to start drama like that. Cliff, man up. If you want to save the friendship with KB, man the fuck up. Come correct. Say, hey, I thought it'd be funny to start this drama because this dude really thought it was you. And I knew you would come correct and correct the situation. I was just playing around. But no, you did the weak sauce of, I was hacked. Fuck out of here. Y'all are just ridiculous.
I told What's the Dirt, I said, you gotta remember, bro, not everybody is just creators. Some of us is really from the streets, and the streets is grimy like that. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Like Cliff did that, but hey man, that's what happens when you dealing with people from the streets. He told me, he said, yeah, Cliff told me he was hacked. Anyways, What's the Dirt never did contact me back. That day went by, the next day went by, and the whole time this situation is just becoming more popular online. And I know for a fact that Deleted was working on a video because Deleted made a post saying that he was working on the Pack Out Part 3, the third.
And it was a good good video. Like I said, I'm gonna have links to a lot of this in the show notes, and I know I'm going over, but you got to hear this, especially when Mathew decides to come back, because that was the part that was like, oh no, I've got to talk about this because this motherfucker's crazy. He's literally out there trying to present himself in a way that you know you're not. You should have really stayed out of this and took care of them mentals, Mathew.
Video in his series about Matt, and I just knew that it was gonna have to do with this whole situation. And remember, I don't really want to have to deal with none of this anyways. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But after 2 days, I sent him another message. I said, hey bro, I just wanted to let you know I'm still open for a conversation with you. I ain't gonna bully you or nothing like that, and I ain't gonna record it. I don't hold no hate in my heart for you over all this happening, because at the end of the day, he didn't leak the info. He did ask Cliff the question, but Cliff is the one that leaked it. I said, so if you're ever up to discuss things to clear the air, just let me know. I like to settle my differences like a man by talking it out. I get the hesitation for real, but you got my word on what I just said. No content, no setup, just a combo. He responded back with this voice message right here.
Yeah, bro, I'm going to be honest, man. I didn't get back to you yet because I don't really know you, bro. I don't really know you at all, and I don't know really what to believe right now at all. And this deleted guy, he's like pretty much tried to destroy my career, right? Like how I feed my family. So I'm taking this very fucking serious, bro, and doing my due diligence. I've submitted vocal recordings of your voice and deleted's voice to an audio engineer. And right off rip, bro, he told me he thinks it's the same person, but he could be wrong. He's going to manipulate and like stretch it, he told me, and pitch it and play with keys. And this will be a final way for...
This is embarrassing. This is literally, you are literally out here talking about, I got a vocal engineer. I'm probably could have told you that deleted only pitches his voice down by 1. But even so, you go and do all this lengths instead of jumping on a video call with both of these men, which could have gave you the answers. Like, you making this way more complicated than it needed to fucking be. You are ridiculous at this point. What's the dirt, Mathew? Captain Canada, as I'm gonna start calling you, because this is fucking ridiculous.
For me to find out, like, the truth. And no offense to you, bro, if it's not, but I gotta figure this shit out, bro. 100%.
I've been on Shopify from the beginning. The platform is just never a worry. Like, I have so many worries.
What the fuck? No offense to me, but you submitted my vocals to a vocal analyst to compare them with deleted's? No offense. So even after I've told him I'm not deleted has told him he's not me. Even after all of that, bro is still hell-bent on trying to pursue this narrative. Honestly, the behavior is baffling to me, but at this point, it really starts to set me off, because during the first portion of our conversation, it was, yeah, bro, I was starting to become convinced it was you. But now you're telling me that you've submitted my vocals to some analyst, your expert, who you're paying, who has an incentive with agreeing with what you want the outcome to be. Yeah, nah, it starts to not sit right with me at all. Because at the end of the day, none of this looks bad for me, bro. Proving to people that I'm deleted isn't gonna do harm to me. People love deleted. Have you seen this channel in the comments on there, bro? People love deleted. You not...
My comments right there, because the fucking Canadian dollar thing pissed me off. It was just like, brother really fucking just salivated at 27 Canadian fucking dollars. And I'm just like, my guy, the money isn't the same as our dollar. So you actually got less. But, you know, he finds smaller creators like that that do need the attention, do need the super chats and shit like that. And they get excited because somebody will watch the Dirt's numbers, even though those numbers are dwindling now because he's a bish. And they embarrassed themselves. And then he went, and the guy that he gave $27 did a follow-up video talking about, well, I'm not really part of the culture, so I need somebody to explain it to me. I was like, you should have just stayed the fuck out of this, man. Like I said, not all skin folk are kinfolk, and what's dirt, you need to learn that lesson too. You be hitching your wagon to actual people that you could maybe call a Carlton, but you go after real black people and you look like a fucking fool. You really do. There's no other way to put it. You look like a fool.
not doing damage to me by having people think I'm him. He sends another message with that voice memo that says, I only submitted those recordings to him today, so I'm just doing my homework. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. The engineer told me it's extremely helpful having both voices. It shouldn't be tough to figure it out. And I said, hey, bro, do you? I've tried to clear this up with you multiple times, told you it ain't me multiple times, and yet you're still trying to prove that it is. Just remember, I tried to do the right thing by you despite not knowing you either. This is also how I feed my family. But like I said, do you? If you want to destroy your credibility trying to prove I'm somebody I'm not, go ahead. Right? And at this point, I'm remembering what I read in The Art of War, which is never interrupt your enemy while he's embarrassing himself. Right? But then I responded, I said, but ask yourself this. If I was him, talking about deleted, why the fuck would I be messaging myself like this? And I sent him a screenshot of me talking with deleted on Instagram. And this goofy said, I'm not coming forward with anything unless validated, so you're good. Nothing to worry about. I uff with you. I just don't know you at all. You uff with me, bro? You are trying to expose me. Don't play in my face like that, bro. And I pretty much say that. I say, I hear you, bro. Do what you feel you got to do to protect your name. I ain't got shit to worry about because it ain't me. It really don't feel like you uff with me, trying to frame me, but hey, I hear you. He sent me some more messages. I'm not trying to frame you. I didn't come forward with any details. Cliff did that, and I don't know why he did it. He said, I've been just doing my research.
Cliff did come out with details. Cliff claimed he got hacked because he's a fucking liar. Cliff only said that he thinks they sound alike, and that homeboy KB was from Arkansas. And you jumped on it because you fucking desperate, Mathew. What's the desperate should be your name?
That's all. There was no need of him doing what he did. I wasn't gonna pull all the pins without having the evidence to make a video. I don't think Cliff's info got spread too much. Look at this post right here with almost 1,000 upvotes. Look at this other one. Now look at this one on my page. Have y'all seen all the tweets on Twitter about this? You don't think it got spread too much, bro? Whatever. Either way, I sent him a voice memo. It's a minute long. I basically say, hey, bro, it is what it is. Get your dude to look at the vocal samples. If he's a professional, it's gonna come back that it ain't me. So I ain't worried. He said exactly, bro. Everything will be settled. And then I got to thinking about it, right? Cliff is the one who confirmed the details for What's the Dirt. Cliff is the one who leaked the messages to delete it. Cliff is the one who also sent me a Cash App telling me that What's the Dirt now thought I was deleted. So I got to questioning the motive of Cliff. Why would Cliff do this? And then I thought back to that email that What's the Dirt said he got, where it said the guy that is deleted is a white dude from Arkansas named KB Goes Live. And that white dude from Arkansas really stands out to me because, like I said at the beginning of this video, not too many people know I'm from Arkansas. But you know who does know I'm from Arkansas? Cliff knows I'm from Arkansas. So then I got to thinking, bro, what if Cliff was mad at me for deleting my Instagram, not sending him my phone number? He felt like I wasn't messing with him no more. What?
Once again, this is some bitch ass shit. Like, just because a brother moved, well, not, you know, KB, I'm just gonna say a brother. Just because he moved and trying to get his shit situated in his new place don't mean he forgot about you. You could have reached out in other ways. You got each other's channel information and shit. But you took it personally and you decided to weigh in the bitch ass drama. It's weird, Cliff. You're weird.
What if Cliff is the one who sent that email? Why would they include that I'm from Arkansas? It seems like such a strange detail to have in there. It's almost like the only person who would care about that detail is somebody else that is from Arkansas. You guys get what I'm getting at? So I send that over to What's the Dirt, that idea, in a voice memo. Here's the voice memo.
To be real, if you want me to tell you what I think happened, for real, Matt, and you know, you can put this out, you can do whatever you want with this, but this is really what I think happened. Cliff was mad at me because I deleted my Instagram. I ain't send him my phone number. That shit said, bro, I'm not completely sure that the email you got wasn't written by Cliff because it was written weird, you know, like a white kid in Arkansas. Like, bro, who the fuck knows I'm from Arkansas other than Cliff? Because he from Arkansas too, bro. Like, we from the same area. So I found the whole shit to be a little bit weird. I'm not completely convinced Cliff ain't write you the email, get you to jump on it, like plant the seed, and then when you came to him, he confirmed the details. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, bro, but that's my thoughts on it, man. But like I said, bro, just do what you got to do, bro, to protect your name or whatever. When the smoke clears, we can talk about it, for real.
Nah, I know.
Now, to get back to that, because I know the voice memo sounds a little thing, and the thing I notice is, KB, if you smoking, you need to chill on that, because, like, the breathe in between, that sounds kind of dangerous. And I'm not trying to like shame smokers or not, but you could tell, dude, you've been hitting that stuff a bit too hard, because the between the talking, yeah, that comes through on that voice memo. Now I can say, somebody who's been listening to Deleted for over a year, he don't sound like that. And he might smoke too, but it ain't hit his lungs like that. So that's another thing that you could tell between the voices if you really were a research guy. What the dirt? Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. This is weird.
I've been talking for a long time, running y'all through this. But if y'all want the truth behind everything that's went on, bro, this is just what it takes, because that's what I'm giving y'all. I'm giving y'all the raw truth, right? Now, at this point, I'm starting to become a little frustrated with Matt's dedication to the topic, right? So I offer him a simple solution, a definitive way for him to know that me and Deleted are not the same person. And I send this voice memo right here.
Hey, bro, real quick. This is like my last little message to you. But if I can get Deleted to hop on a voice call with me and you live, not recorded, so that we all on the phone at the same time, would that be enough to get you to believe that I'm not him, dog? Because I might be able to get him on like a 3-way call for real.
To be clear, what I'm offering right here in this voice memo is a definitive way for him to know that me and Deleted are not the same person. And y'all know what this doofus did? He said, yeah, it's definitely sketchy, bro. I've been burned a fuck ton of times now. Then he responded to the voice memo and he said, nah, I don't need to do that, bro. I've already hired a professional engineer who's working on it. This is the easiest way for me to figure it out. For me. Like what, bro? So instead of getting the definitive proof for me, you still want to go through this voice expert.
You should go to covering nerdcore, Mathew. Real hip hop ain't for you. It just ain't. I'm just saying. You have somebody who could give you literal receipts, and nope, I'm gonna pay somebody. But you complain about this hurting your ends. To really, like, I really wish they would have let him put this video out, because he's killing his career faster than either one of you could have.
Who is paid, who has incentive with agreeing with what you say, right? And I'm assuming you're doing that because you want to make a video. And once that thought hits my head, I kind of get mad. I said, I guess. I mean, I'm offering definitive proof, but whatever, bruh. All I can say is where this goes is up to you now. The ball's in your court. As a fair warning, though, if the narrative continues to get pushed when it's not true, I won't play nice. I'll let you do what you do. But if anything comes out tarnishing me falsely, I'ma get gangster real quick, fam. As of right now, we good. No harm, no foul. I'm just letting you know for if shit goes sideways. All right? So I'm putting my foot.
Wait till you hear this motherfucker's response. I'm telling you, this is why I was like, nah, I'm gonna make a video. I know I'm congested. I know I don't feel that great, but you gotta hear the hubris of what's the dirt in his response to KB, because it was just like record skip in my motherfucking brain.
Foot down, I'm letting him know that if you make one of them little videos talking about KB goes live exposed, you put all my info and all my past and all this in there, bro, like I'm gonna get gangster with you. And his next response only made me even madder. He said, no need to worry, man. Nothing will come from all this if the voices don't align. Still accusing me of being deleted. He said, it'll be full on proof if they do. Pretty simple. I'm not trying to frame you or anyone. And I said, honestly, I don't give a what the engineer says, because it ain't me. I offered you definitive proof. You declined. So you ain't really looking for the truth is what it feels like. Either way, I know it ain't me regardless of what your expert says. And if the narrative gets pushed that I am in any kind of exposed video, shit is going to get gangster. Let me know what dude says or don't, but I've said my piece and I can't do nothing further. He said the engineer is going to screen record his process and explain exactly what he's doing to these voices. That's for a video if needed. I'm leaving it to the professional, man. Like I said, this dude tried to with me and my family, and then he tried to like threaten me, talking about some I can also get very gangster. Now, this right here really set me off for a few reasons. One is
I could also get a very dude, stop. You're from Canada. Stop. What the I can also get very gangster.
It's the I can get very gangster too. Like, hey, bro, you not from it like I'm from it. First off. Second off, he said, I'm leaving it to the professional, the audio engineer. Hey, y'all know who else is an audio engineer? Like an accredited audio engineer that has worked on thousands of songs and has a degree to go with it? Me, bro. I'm also an audio engineer. So at this point, I'm full on mad, and I just flat out offer the fade to Matt. I said, and you're trying to off with me and my family when I ain't did nothing, but I'm really like that. So if you want it to be gangster, I'll pop out and we can run the fade. Remember, I ain't asked to be drug into this, but I ain't about to be played with. I'm stepping on shit if need be. I ain't gonna lie. This man got me out of character, y'all. I don't be acting like this no more. This is 17-year-old me ready to get down in the streets with Matt. He did get me out of character. It did make me.
I can tell you, as a Gen Xer who had my heyday back in the day, everything was a fight. You do get to that place where you got calmer because you survived. You got calmer because you knew people who didn't. And you don't want to be that old you. It was fun when it was, but you ain't that person no more. But every once in a while, you got a motherfucker that tries you and pushes that button, and they don't know what they're gonna awaken. What's the dirt? You got warned, dude. You got warned. And you still thought you knew better. You fucked up.
Mad that he was playing with me like that. Right now, we ended our conversation on this note right here. He said, bro, if the voices don't match, there's no video, period. I said, all good, my bad, bro. I allowed myself to get heated. I be trying not to get like that. Let's just wait and see what your guy has to say and go from there. Now, at this point, I'm pretty much done with the conversation with Matt anyways. Didn't matter if he did respond. I wasn't gonna continue to entertain him. But that is the messages between me and Matt. As y'all can clearly see, I tried numerous times to stop this man from ruining his own credibility. I shouldn't have done that. I should have let him just make the video and ruin his credibility further. But then uploaded his part 3 of the video, and did a really good job on that part 3 of the video. But at this point, the situation has become so big that I can't help but talk about it because I got people blowing me up about this situation, want me to clarify what the hell is going on. I got people in my comments talking about this new deleted video is fire. And it's not that I got a problem with deleted. I rock with deleted. I watched a bunch of his videos. I like his content. But the truth of the matter is, bro, we're just not the same person. And no one.
And that's what it comes down to. And like I said, this is already almost an hour and a half, so I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. Please go to KB Goes Live. Give him a sub, give him a like, give him a comment. Even if you want to comment, oh, I think you sounded like something's wrong with your ears if you think that. Because the rest of the video, he goes over some of the shit that he knew Mathew would probably put in his video, including, his career, some of the stuff he did in the day. He talks about his life now, how he got custody of his kid. He has a real estate license. He got out of his hood, and he's doing better with his life. And I think that's something to be proud of. The leader, too. He went from a kid that was literally in latchkey and pretty much had to join a club just so that he could eat sometimes, to doing this, making videos, and popping off. YouTube can be an incredible landscape for creators who understand the struggle and want to get out of it. So I'm always just fascinated watching people do that shit. But what kills me is when somebody has the opportunity, like Mathew probably wasn't really struggling, to elevate himself, doing what he claimed to love, done fucked up, and wants to blame everybody but himself for that fuck up. That's where we have a problem with you, What's the Dirt? I would suggest, as somebody who literally, I consider myself a hip-hop historian, maybe you cover people that are more in your lane. There are unsung white rappers. There are people who you probably didn't even know were in the hip-hop culture because they broke out in different divisions like the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys had... Anybody who really worked with Rick Rubin pretty much ventured into hip-hop before it blew up the way it did in this current climate. There are people like Third Base, who I used to listen to. I loved people thought Pop Goes Weasel was corny, but I liked that song. I was a kid back then. And I like Gasface. There are plenty. And you even got Snow, who, when they first bumped Snow on the motherfucking radio, I thought the dude was from the islands. Then when I seen the video, I was like, okay, get it, white boy. There are plenty of people in your lane who were cultural appreciators instead of culture vultures like you. My suggestion is you lay off hip hop for a while, figure your shit out, and come back better. But you're not going to do that because you're a bitch. And you want to expose deleted, which makes you look like a racist bitch. This is not your lane, Mathew. And I told you in that one video I did talking about your apology that I didn't feel it was sincere. You done proved that over and over again. And all you are doing is showing yourself as a goofy clown. Now, like I said, people might have a problem with deleted being anonymous. That's your problem. He ain't got to show himself. He has a lot of people who are entertained by the words he used. And now, because of your little petty shit, I found KB. And I've been watching his videos. And he's pretty fun to listen to. I think your problem is you got big for your britches. You blew up overnight. You let the shit get to your head. You got that happy dude or happy dad, whatever the fuck, sponsorship. And instead of keeping it real, you show how superficial you are. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go back to soup and resting and get better. The third winner of the contest did not reach out. I don't think they want the prize. So I may just pick some other names from socials. So if you're on Blue Sky, since I get a lot more interaction from that, hit me up when I post this to Blue Sky in the comment section. And I'll pick one of your names for the prize box. So I'll have a signed edition of both Axiom and Taara, Destiny's Chosen. If I feel better, I'll go live on Friday because I had a whole shit plan for Tuesday. It was a fun talk, but I felt like shit. I still feel like shit. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm a writer. This is just part-time stuff for me. So when I don't feel good, I'm going to take my breaks. And that was from social media too. So I'm sorry if I worried any of y'all who are used to my ass being online. But when I don't feel good, I take my break. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, follow KB Goes Live. Follow Deleted. They are not the same person. Leave the Culture Vulture alone. Don't go leave a hate comments in Mathew's thing because he ain't going to learn from it. He's going to use that to play the victim. He does not know how to handle actual criticism. And he doesn't know to just leave hate comments alone. Let them boost his algorithm. He a whiny bitch and he caused bitch drama. And he's never going to learn. So with that, I'll see y'all soon.